So here's the axe. I've paid way more for lesser axes, and so when I found this one in the antique shop, I actually got this and a double bit for 30 bucks. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, this is the plum. You can see it's a plum axe, and try and get it where you can see. There's a slight emblem here, and the best I could make out, even with my big magnifying glass, when I applied that, it looks to be like the only thing I could figure was a Boy Scout emblem. So we're going to call it my Boy Scout axe. Move that out of the way. These are just nothing but manila folders that you would use for filing stuff. I'm going to draw an outline of this axe head. Just going to cut out the pattern. You'll need a pair of scissors for this. Use a cereal box, beer box, whatever you've got available. Just something that you can use to transfer to your leather. Alright, there we have it. This is the axe head, just an outline of it on a piece of cardstock. And we'll go with that crease right there. Everything's square. Okay. Now we're going to take our axe head and we're going to lay it back on here and draw it with an outline here. Here. Looks good to me. That was off just a little bit. Okay. Centered up. The center line's going straight up the pole. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this down to the outside edge mark to the top of our template and draw from there. I'm going to pencil in from here the welt about a ½ inch, and then we'll forget about it. Let's do it freehand and just go for it. You want about a ½ inch welt in this space here. I'm going to bring this out a little straighter instead of curving around here, because getting that axe in and out is going to be a problem. So from here we're going to go up at an angle and kind of curve up here to the top. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go past the head here, the axe head, for tabs here, for a hole for some leather tongs right here that will go down. Alright, so let's cut that out. We'll flip it over and we'll have us a template. So what we've got now is I've already cut out the template here. I cut that out. Let me go ahead and tear that off. Get that out of the way. So I've cut this out here, and all I did was fold it over, outline it, run it around. We've got a mirror image now, and now what's left to do is to cut out the sheath template. We'll cut a welt out after we get done fitting this and get the leather cut, but to dry fit it on the axe with paper, we want to take our lines, and if you've got a straight edge, which you should, just take and you're going to bend a line on these edges. Okay. We'll do the same thing with this other edge here. Somewhere close. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just dry fitting on paper. So now we're going to take our axe and see if we have a decent fit. That feels good there. Everything looks good up here. Feels like it's going to mate up here very well. I think we'll use the pole end of the sheath down in here, then I can match that up and just basically have this corner right here cut off and not have a lot of waste. So all we're going to do now is we're going to outline this and cut it out. I can maneuver this with my scissors a little better, and I think I can be a little more accurate on my cuts. I'm going to try to get on the outside of this red line here just a little bit. Between an 8-10 ounce vegetable tanned leather. Bought it this summer at Tandy Leather, which is I don't know, 35-40 minutes away from my house. So it's not difficult to get there. As a matter of fact, Dirt Road Girl and I stopped there on the way back home today. Had to take her for her doctor's appointment to get the results on the scans, her latest scans on her cancer, and we had good results. So just want to let you guys know that 2 of the nodules had grown 2 millimeters, and the doctor is not real concerned about that. So we're thankful and very pleased with how she's doing. Sure to appreciate all of the prayers and thoughts from folks that's followed us in our journey for 3 years almost now. So we're very blessed and pleased that things are going well. I was very saddened today to hear of a good friend here in Georgia, well, a good friend online anyway, who just lost his wife today from her battle with cancer. So our heart and our prayers go out to Grant. So buddy, we are praying for you, and we're for you and your family. So yep, something like that. Okay. All right, we'll cut a welt, get everything glued and secured, and we'll leave it overnight. Okay, what I've done is I've cut a piece of welt out of a scrap piece of leather, and let's get this in here like that, and let's add a clip to that. We're going to put the axe in it, the axe head in it, just a minute. Okay. So if I just want to make sure that I can clear that. So and I can. So if you can see that, I want to make sure that the heel here will clear and make its way into past that welt and still be able to fit in the sheath. It's going to go, but it's going to be a tight fit. We glued up the welt here. Now we want to put a dress it up just a little bit. Of course, you don't have to, but I've got this that Dirt Road Girl likes. She likes this Celtic symbols and stuff, so we're going to make a Celtic buckle right here. This leather punch has been in our family since I was a little boy, and used it on the farm with horses and saddles and things like that. Now this will be where the actual button goes, the bottom, the male end of the button. So we're going to drive this rivet in. Going to reach around the axe, hold it just like that. Know anything about Justin Wolf with Wolf Customs? He's given me advice when I got started doing some leather work, just free advice on measurements and things like that. If you've never been to his site, you should go check him out. If you've got any kind of leather work that needs to be done, Justin Wolf is your man. It's 100% handmade, awesome craftsmanship. You won't find anybody else doing leather as good or as fine as he does. So I'll put a link down to his website. Okay. Good shape, didn't injure that. And we've got a piece of leather here that we can use again if we ever use one of these. Bell has rung just in time. Dirt Road Girl has informed me that it is time to eat. So I'm going to pin this up here and go grab some chow. Alright, we got pork chops tonight, so if you're here I'd invite you over to eat, but since you're not, I'm going to chow down. Closure. That's what it's going to look like. Something like that. Pilots that I've punched in there, and then we'll come back and drill those holes with a drill. Speed this process up. We're just doing holes on each one of those fork points, and sheath punched, and we're ready to stitch it together. And we're using some artificial sinew. And so I've got 2 needles, which a good length of thread here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off by bringing it through one end. Even up the thread in the first hole. Now with this side of the needle, this needle from this side, we're going to thread back through that next hole. Snug that up. And now as I just went all the way back through again, so I've got both of these on this side, I will tie a knot here and call it good. Alright, so we've got stitching going all the way through, all the way down through the welt, and I think it looks pretty good for a hobbyist. Let's see, it's actually 41.5. So the way I'm figuring, I'm gonna have 2 inches of overlap when I splice these two together. So what I planned on doing was splicing this shorter piece on here about 2 inches over, and I was going to put 4 holes here and do some lacing there so that we can make a 48-inch strap. Alright, I went ahead and put the strap on. I'll show you how I did it. But this is just a piece that I have, I don't know, about a 10-inch piece right here to make it a full 48 inches, which I spliced on here with just a short piece of leather thong. And the hole here is about 15 inches from the top of the pole of the axe to here. And let me adjust here. So this right here is how we will wear it. We'll just sling it over our shoulder. But let me show you real quick what I did as far as putting it on. It's very simple. I just punched 2 holes here. One on this side of the sheath, one on this side. Ran a leather thong through here, through this, and then came through 2 holes on the leather strap here that I punched in, and just tied a square knot in it. Back here did the same thing, only punched 1 hole in the top right here of the back of my mask, and ran another thong through there, tied it off, and it's very easy to get off. You're basically taking the axe out, sliding this off the handle, and you're ready to use your axe. And so what I did is came up 15 inches to here, punched 2 holes. This top hole right here is 4 inches up, and then I put a slit in here so that the handle will go over it, or will go inside the sling. We first have to put this back in the handle, put the sling over the handle, put that back in there, snap it in place, and we're ready to haul. I'd seen this, I think it was American Frontiersman, and I said, I gotta have one, I gotta make one. My buddy Kevin is coming over at some point to make one with me, but I wanted to go ahead and make one before he got here to get all the kinks out. And believe me, I made plenty of kinks on this thing. So hopefully when he comes over, we'll have a pretty good system going, and we can make him one as well. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and take care. I'll see you on the next one, and keep doing the stuff for self-reliance.